Hey, welcome to Smokin' Eagle's Rod Shop. Today, I'm going to be showing you my Bishman 880-61 tire machine. Now, I've got this thing on Facebook Marketplace for a pretty good deal, at least I thought it was, and it needed some things fixed and upgraded and things of that nature. So I've got some previous videos. If you haven't seen those, you can go check those out if they spark your interest. But today, I'm just going to show you how to mount and dismount a tire. Got to go over how it works, and yeah, quick, easy, to the point. When I got this machine, it was missing the tire bar for the center of this, or tire spoon, whatever you want to call it. So I did what other guys online have done with older tire machines, and I upgraded this with a duckbill adapter. I actually had to build the whole centerpiece because it was missing on this machine. One of the many reasons I got a good deal on it. And if you want to know how to do that, I've got a video on that. It's one of those previous videos I already mentioned earlier. You can go check that out. So these machines are marked right here for the size of your wheel, all the way up. Tire we have here is a 15, so I'm just gonna spin this up to 15. That's gonna get you real close so that your rim will sit right here. Like so. Now I recommend that your valve stem, you want to offset it so it's away from your bead breaker. I like to start with it kind of over this way. Tighten this up. Then you can move your handle out of the way, and then you can get a little more torque on it. Swing it up out of your way. Now that you've got that, you need to break your bead. Now this tire, the bead's already been broken, but I'll go through the process and show you how it works. There's a lever right here. This lever is actually the opposite of what you think it would be. When it's down, it does the top bead. When it is up, it does the bottom bead. Now I read online, and I've tried this a handful of times on tires, and I agree, it's best to break the bottom bead first, then the top bead. So we're gonna leave this in the up position. Now you're gonna pull this forward, and there are two spots. I'll show you back here. There's this metal bar here, and there's this little lip back here. You're gonna wanna put the rim, this edge here, right up against where my finger is there. So slide that over there, and then pull it towards you. What this does is when you put air to the top of this top bead breaker is gonna come down and rest on the top of your rim, and then it's gonna push the bottom bead breaker up and bust that bottom bead for you. Now this is supposed to have a valve on here with a little relief on it. They break a lot. I haven't seen any of them online. I couldn't find what I was looking for. So what I did is there was already a fitting in here, and I just ground the catch off of the fitting. So when I put air to it with my air compressor, and all I got to do is push harder or softer to regulate the air pressure, and when I let go, it immediately releases the air pressure, and the fitting doesn't actually get stuck on there and just wham it with 120 psi or whatever your air compressor set at and try and destroy your rim or who knows what. So anyway, slide this on here. Now I'm just going to push this down. It's going to bring the bottom bead breaker up. Pop that bottom bead. You're going to release that. You're going to flip your lever. That locks the bottom bead breaker down so that you can break your top bead. Now to do that, you're going to use the bar on the front. You're just going to set it down in that lip, pull it back just like that. Now when you put your air to it, it's going to go down and break the top bead, just like that. Now our bead was already broken. I recommend you use some dish soap or tire lube, and lube your beads up really good. Let them soak for 10-15 minutes before you try and do this. Now if your bead happens to be really stuck, which I've had a few times, what I like to do there is I like to, like on the bottom bead, let's say it's stuck, especially on these GM wheels, because it's got to really push that tire up a long ways to break that bead. I like to let it push it up a little ways, then loosen my tire, rotate it a little bit, and just kind of work my way around. It usually takes 2 or 3 times on a real stubborn bead, and it'll pop that baby loose. That's another reason why I like my valve stem over here. Then I can rotate my tire counterclockwise, and by the time my valve stem gets over here, it usually pops that bead loose, and you don't have to worry about screwing your valve stem up with your bead breaker at all. Same with the top. If you're having troubles with the top, you can just rotate your tire, kind of work it down off of there kind of slow. Take your time. It'll pop off of there. Don't get frustrated. So the first thing we're going to do is grab our adapter here. And like I said, I got the duckbill adapter. I don't have the old tire spoon that came with this machine. I like to have it pointed towards me because it makes it easier to get to the pedal, and it also makes it a little bit easier to get your tire bead up on your duckbill adapter. So the first thing I do is set my height. I just tap my duckbill adapter all the way in, and that kind of sets my height. Tighten my thumb screw, tighten my other thumb screw here. Window cleaner, just your regular old run-of-the-mill window cleaner. They make special tire lube, but this works good. And it doesn't really matter. All it's really doing is giving a little bit of lube for this duckbill so it doesn't rub on that rubber and get stuck, because the rubber's not slippery. That's plenty. So I'm going to grab our tire bar right here. And the trick is you want to get this bead up over top the lip of the duck head right here on this side of your duckbill. So if your duckbill is plastic like this one, you really need that right up against your rim to give it a lot of good support. And then you can take your tire bar and you can pry this right up over top of that duck head without breaking that duckbill adapter. Then you just push on the pedal. It'll take right off. Usually get it started just a little bit, and then you want your bead of your tire to stay down below this bead lip on your rim. It's going to try and pull itself up. So they make these little handy dandy bead things, tire remover helpers, whatever you want to call it. You can get them online real cheap. I got it on a famous online website for 10, 12 bucks. I like to stick these on here. I always forget to stick it on the wrong side. I'm going to stick it over here so that my tire bar doesn't hit it. And top bead's off. So again, I like to rotate this around until the duckbill adapter is pointed towards me, because it just makes it easier to get to the pedal. Slide that up. Your tire bar, you're going to do the same thing again. You just want that tire bead. You can see where I have my tire bar there, right in that little slot on the duck head that they give you. And then I slide it down under my tire. Then I just pop my tire right up over top. If you look down under here, you can see where this is, just up over top of the edge of that duck head. And then I'm going to step on the pedal. It's going to walk itself across. Pull my bar out, and it's going to bring that tire right off of there. We've got that tire removed. Now, to mount our new tire, we're going to do the same thing again. I bring my duckbill adapter over so it's facing me, just because it's easier that way. Toss a little lube on the back side of this, not that it really needs it. My half-broken squirt bottle. Until I clean windows a lot to haven't replaced that. Anyway, toss this tire right back on, just like this. Slide it right down on there like that. Now, my tire adapter, it kind of hits my tire there, so I really should take this off. Slide it down around there like that, and then pop it down over. You probably won't have that issue, but it is a thing. So, once I do that, all you gotta do is step on the pedal. It'll walk that tire right around there, put it right on, just like so. Again, I rotate it around, put it over here towards me. It's a little bit easier to work with. And then you just need to pop this up over top of that duck head, like so. It's kind of hard to get it started, but once it takes off, like that, then you just take your tire thing again, because again, you want to keep this tire bead down below the bead surface until it gets that tire all the way on there. It'll walk that tire right down on there. Oh, bumping into that. That happens to me quite often. Slide it back down here. Wherever I can get to it. There we go. The tire's on there. Really didn't need that because we were already there. Swing it around, take this off. The only thing left to do is reseat the bead on this tire, which doesn't really have anything to do with this tire machine. There's plenty of videos online showing you how to seat the bead. It's either easier, it's a pain in your, yeah, you know. Anyway, if you found this video handy, useful, interesting, give me a thumbs up, like, share, tell all your friends. Leave me a comment down below if there's an easier way to do this. If you like my duckbill adapter, if you're gonna make one for yourself. Remember, you can go check out some of my other videos on this tire machine, kind of show you my upgrades and maintenance, things of that nature. And yeah, I'll post some other videos of mine around here. If any of those look interesting to you, go check them out. And until next time, keep on wrenching. Peace.